coming in with the 4-month resub. How you doing, Toast? Thank you very much for the 4 months of love. Can we get some Wardy hearts in the chat, please, for Toast and Dank Shrine? Thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate it. So again, I'm just going to reiterate this, guys. This is TLO versus Harstem. This was played this morning because TLO fell ill last night and we stream crashed. And so we thought, fuck it. If everything's going wrong, we'll let these guys play this in the morning. And from there... And we can basically just go from there, you know. Let these guys play in the morning. And then we can cast it if we get the chance. If not, like I say, the results on Wikipedia. Please don't spoil it in the chat. Let's do this. So we're going to cast this best of 3, and then we're going to have the live playoffs taking place. The live playoffs start in about 25 minutes, guys. So let's get to work. To the bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss player from Team Asterion is Harstem. I'm just going to double check. I do have the overlay off. Perfect, I do. And to the upper right-hand side, our blue Zerg player is Team Liquid's TLO. I actually just need to turn off some of these sponsors now. Perfect, nice and clean. And let's see how this is going to go. So again, appreciate you guys staying tuned. Lots more action coming up. So again, set up into this and looking to see what's going to be happening. Link speed on the way out. Stargate is on the way up. The early game is just being kicking off while we were getting set up. Just because we are kind of trying to fit this in before the playoffs. Just wanted to let the game run a minute or two when I was setting up so that we could get going nice and quick after the point. Alright, so setting up and moving across, you're going to see these couple of adepts. Going to look to see what they can get up to in the next couple of moments. Looking to see what they can get up to. Link speed is coming on up here from TLO. I'm going to see this Oracle about to finish as well. I'm just going to see this Overlord is moving in towards the main base in the next couple of moments as well. So Oracle will be arriving in a moment or two, and this is, again, just to put this into perspective, this was the final matchup of Group D, and this is all or nothing, basically, at this stage for each of these players. If Harstem wins 2-0, he gets in through the group in first place. If he wins 2-1, he gets through the group in second place. If he loses the series, TLO advances through the group in second place, and Snoot advances in first place. So both of these players have to win the series to advance, and Harstem can win 2-0. To advance in first. Just to put this in perspective, kind of what the scenario was in this group when these guys played this game. So again, winning this series really was important for them. As we do you just see the couple of adepts in the Oracle of Harstem moving around at the moment and have a little bit of a look to see what is going on, what is happening. Phoenix on the way up for Harstem. Just looking to clean out those Overlords past these couple of Oracles. We saw Harstem in this group already using a lot of different PvZ builds. He was in a group of 2 of his Zergs, Snoot and Lambo, and so being in this group with 2 Zergs, you know, 2 of his Zergs, I mean, going into the 3rd Zerg matchup, we have a good idea about how he likes to play. And when he goes double Oracle, he basically just likes to follow up into Forge, Twilight, and Robo, and play in towards a very kind of just standard kind of you know, charge, immortal sort of thing, Archon, all of that shebang. Whereas the other build he likes to use is a Resonating Glaives based opening, which he then uses to transition in towards Colossi, which is very interesting as well. I think he actually did transition into Colossi off the double Oracle one time as well. So there's been a few different bits and pieces. This is interesting from TLO. A couple of Dropper Lords coming. Sorry, no, they're just Overlords. God damn it, this gets me every time. No, they are Dropper Lords. God damn it. Why do you click on it? It takes me to this Overlord, this building. It's so silly. Ah, it's Darkcraft. You tricked me once again. You tricked me once again. Alright. We've seen the Revelation coming down. Overlords are going to be tagged here. So that's nice from Harstem. Should be able to keep track of those couple of Dropper Lords, of course. And just have a good idea as to where it might be dropped in the near future. Two Oracle's going to move away down towards the bottom left-hand side, and we are going to be seeing this Robo Bay of Harstem is on its way up. We'll be finishing in the next kind of half minute or so. And meanwhile, we do see this Phoenix from Harstem is moving around too. Just looking to see what's happening and what's up. +2 attack starts as well, and I guess he just goes straight into Colossi then. So +2 blink. This is nothing like what I thought he was going to do actually. He's completely changed it up a little bit from yesterday. It's just +2 blink straight into Colossi. Away he goes. Maybe it was the other way around. Maybe I'm actually confusing myself here. Maybe it was the glaives where he went into then kind of like immortals and so on. Actually, that might make more sense. Glaives into like the immortals and stuff, and then he was quite aggressive, wasn't he? Yeah, that does kind of make sense. I think I've just completely duped myself in trying to remember yesterday. I've casted so many games in between then and now, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Lurkaden is on the way up. It's just coming up to completion in the near future. So TLO rushing out that Lurkaden. I mean, he's got everything going his way. Muscular augments coming through. He's got +2 missiles starting up, so keeping his up for his roll. And TLO's going to get aggressive here now into Colossi. That doesn't seem like a great idea, but he is going to have lurkers, and if there isn't kind of charge, etc., then it can become very difficult to deal with lurkers. You'll see the first drop of Lord gets taken down. Oh, Colossus taking some damage. We're going to see TLO from 2 sides coming in on this. We're going to see one Oracle going down already. And Hydra's up to the northern side. Going to have to pull away here. Some Hydras and Links to the south as well. Going to have to be very cautious. And for now, both players just disengaging. Sitting back for a moment or two instead. A link drop does make it in towards the main base, and they will start to try and chase some probes down, but the shield battery is keeping them healed up for a little while, and so the probes will begin to win out on this fight. Now the shield battery runs out of energy, so we will see these probes taking a little bit more real damage. Probes going to get back to mine on the mineral line, and a few more lings moving up top, and well, here come the lurkers. TLO just going to start burrowing these right on the ramp, and he's been so aggressive with his positioning, but he is able to get into such an aggressive position right away with those, and that's great now, because all of a sudden Harstem has to find a way to push through those lurkers, but I don't know how he does actually. At the moment he's just going to be losing stuff up towards his natural expansion. Lings and Hydras working their way through there. The Colossi going to start trying to break through this, but look at those lurkers go. This army of Harstem is actually just disappearing, and that's going to be GG to give TLO game number 1 of this best of 3. About the Zergs. To the bottom right hand side from Asterion Gaming, our Blue Pros player is Harstem, down a game in this best of 3, and currently at risk of maybe not being able to make it out of this group. He has to win this map, and if the other guy, our Zerg, in the top left, the red player from Team Liquid, TLO, is going to be able to win this map, he will go through this group in second place. Second place, this group will play Showtime in the playoffs. That ain't gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be easy for either of them, but we will see. Well, setting up, we're just gonna be seeing a hat-trick coming down on the natural expansion. So hat-trick gets dropped down over here, and we're gonna be seeing Harstem throwing down a gateway towards the front as well. Some of that coming up as well in the main base. I mean, at super early stages of the game, this one, of course, not jumping in a minute in or anything already. Just in from the start, and probably expecting to see. I wonder if Harstem does go for the other build now, where he goes for kind of the single Oracle into faster glaives, just to kind of be aggressive on the map for himself in the early stages. It's definitely something he's done before. It's definitely something he can get away with here. Let's see if that is going to be his choice. Nosy Crooked in the chat, very happy that TLO takes this first map. Look, is so good versus Colossus. I don't know what it was really. Harstem's build just didn't seem to have anywhere near what he needed to be able to deal with those lurkers at all, right? Like, there was just no stage of this that looked as though he was going to be able to make it work out or anything. It was kind of a rough one. I think it's really not designed to go up against lurkers that quickly. It's kind of weird. TLO is just so good at getting himself into the right position there and breaking Harstem just like that. Well, let's see how this does continue, guys, as we get set up into this game number 2. You'll see the Stargate is on the way up here from Harstem. We're going to see the Nexus coming down as well. So it's his Stargate again. He played Stargate every game so far in the ZVP, or the PvZ, in his matchups of this Group D, so not a surprise to see it one potentially final time. Let's see what he does with it again. The combination between single Oracle Phoenix and double Oracle Phoenix has been a game changer for him with how he follows up and what he commits into afterwards, and just how he plays out then the mid game. One Ascension to Iron as a map, I mean, it's a fairly decent one to do well, just the macro plays for both players. It's quite good for Zerg in terms of being able to position yourself. You know, he thought the position on Blackpick was deadly. Imagine trying to defend Lurkers coming up this ramp while also coming up this ramp, and then getting into these kind of very choky areas towards your Nexus once again. It's not easy for the Pros player to defend on this map, and it can be very difficult. And Zerg's love it for Hydra Ling Bane too. You put yourself with the army down here, kind of between the third and the fourth base. But then you can also kind of split your army off and rotate around here, and as your opponent positions on the third base choke point, boom, all of a sudden you're pushing up the ramp between the natural and the third, and you throw yourself between these bases, and that can just really put the pressure on the Protoss player and how they have to defend to minimize the damage taken. Just going to be seeing the Zergling coming over towards the right hand side. Melee upgrade early from TLO, so looking a bit more towards kind of Ling Bane Hydra this time around, rather than anything else. Guys, when I say a studio, I have like an office space that I turned into a studio. So it cost me $500 a month to rent it. And it's just an office space. It's not like a full-on studio. Like, I turned it into a studio with what I put in it. But it's just kind of like an office space, which is probably why it's cheaper than you guys seem to think it should be. You're going to be seeing this forge. It's going to finish up in the main base. Harstem's opening this time is the double oracle once again, so I guess we'll see what he maybe changes up. Or maybe he doesn't change anything up. Maybe he's kind of happy with his build and he realizes the mistakes he made in that last game. Feels as though he can, you know, do it properly this time around, fix his mistakes, and this time not die off to the initial push of TLO or anything. Should be great to see. Going to be seeing the couple oracles coming back up in towards the main. Just position themselves to try and get some damage done. So far, nothing from these oracles. A couple of kills, but nothing really too substantial. As TLO just very calmly and very nonchalantly just throwing down his fourth hatchery. He hasn't had any issues at all. Revelation throws down on the third base just to keep track of some bits and pieces. I mean, why not? May as well use the oracle energy for something, because he's definitely not getting any worker damage done. As we're going to be seeing this oracle coming through the top side. To the right hand side, we're going to be seeing these Zerglings going to try and come in and harass this third. And well, there's a few adepts already in a choke point. 2 more adepts are going to pop on over and help out with this fight. As more Lings arrive, obviously it becomes a bit more of an awkward scenario. These adepts looking as though they're going to be able to defend it, though oracle's coming in too. And it's going to be a pushback on the Zerglings. Nice defense by Harstem, nice hold of his base. Doesn't really lose anything at all in the process. And now we do see the Twilight Council, the Robo Facility all coming up here. And we also see the +1 attack upgrade. I mean, very similar to the last game once again. I'd imagine we will see that Robo Bay. I imagine we will see that Blink. Unless he really does want to change it up completely. Some more Lings still just running around and gathering themselves together. Maybe going to try and run by. Lair, as it finishes up, we'll see the Hydrogen dropping. Now the Bane Nest is on the way too, so he's going to be able to start going in towards Bane speed in the near future. Not right away. He could have maybe started a bit earlier to start Bane speed as the Lair finished up, but as it stands, the Lings on their own are having a good time. He's going to kill a sentry up here. He's going to steal a sentry down to the south side. The Adepts trade pretty well, but it's currently the probes that may be an issue. TLO starts to target Death Shield Battery down. Now the Adepts come out of their little kind of choke point area of the kind of the edge, the corner, so they are going to be going down as well. Oracles will help to push it away once more. Again, all these Oracles are doing though is killing Lings and throwing down a Revelation or two. I mean, the Revelations are fine, but actually if they're just killing Lings, it's okay, but the Revelations would probably be better. So you're going to see some Dropper Lords on the way, so TLO definitely going to get aggressive once more here. Some Banes moving in very close to the front of the Protoss bases. I mean, to be fair, I mean, TLO has killed off a lot of gateway units so far, and if he keeps killing them off, there's not going to be a lot to really defend this here. For Harstem moving forward, the Ling's going to run towards this mineral line now and drain some more shield battery energy. It's tough. One shield battery really does make these probes so good against Zerglings. It's insane. No Bane speed here, as you're going to see the Banes waddling forwards. They're going to hit this mineral line, and you know what? Harstem has to react. He starts to pull away. A force field comes down. There's a second one too. Both force fields used to protect this, but he actually might just lose the third Nexus. The shield battery doesn't try and heal it up or anything. Third Nexus goes down. Harstem is starting to look to be in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, the dropper lords we saw loading up before, well, there we go. Now they're moving in towards the mineral line, and they are doing insane amounts of damage. Probe after probe after probe is going down, and Harstem finally pulls away, but the damage is already being dealt. Meanwhile, natural expansion, the wall off there is being, well, is under attack. Morlings trying to break their way through this. Morling is actually just grabbing probes as they transfer between bases. TLO takes a 16 worker lead from this at the moment. Army supply lead in his favour. He's got +1 carapace and melee. There's an Archon, which will definitely help out in terms of cleaning down Zerglings. I don't think this is a fight which these Lings can take any longer, but they're going to try for it. Honestly, a +1 melee. This Archon was going down a little bit faster than they thought it would. Is he going to get it in the end here? He is indeed. More Bane's being used. He does blow up a sentry. When we come back over here, blow up some Zealots. I mean, he's not really worth throwing it on towards the Archon alone. Throwing up the Zealots and Sentry is definitely a bit more worthwhile. Some damage on towards the Immortal as well. We're just going to be seeing those units still gathering together. Some more units coming through the center of the map. Ling's going to jump up in the Overlord. And Morling is just setting up over towards the right hand side. A couple of Oracles here from Harstem. We're going to see what they can get to. And these Oracles are moving around also. Chasing them, chasing them, chasing them. Look at these Lings go. TLO has been great with these Lings, I have to say. He's done so much with them. Just all of a sudden they were everywhere. And well, here we are, back in the main base once again. Probes are dancing around and fighting back. I'm just going to see those Lings pulling back up through the center once again. A few Lings jumping up in towards this Overlord once again. The Phoenix can continue to hunt it down. And move back over towards the natural here, where those Lings are probably going to try and drop down once again. The Oracles are still going to sit up there and do a little bit more damage. So some Lings going down, down, and down. And you can see this Phoenix does manage to pick this Overlord off here eventually. So Overlord goes down, and a few more Lings just moving around the map here. A few Zealots moving forwards, a couple of Archons as well. Some more units up the right hand side. And as you do see, the muscular augments, the +1 missile attack, the melee upgrade. TLO really just building into everything. Bane Speed's about to finish up as well. I mean, Harstem's quite being very aggressive up to this top side. There's a lot of units moving in through the top. And he's going to be, well, already coming through. Going to see drone after drone coming down. He's just going to be seeing the Hydras being charged into by those Zealots. I think there's just too many units from the Zerg play, though. Harstem, if he doesn't win this fight, he's out. It's over. Running the Christmas Invitational will not be successful. He was looking so good against Snoot and Lambo. TLO just seems to be on a level today. And that's it, 2-0. TLO takes it. GG.